the next topic we have to talk about is sleep. Moms need to prioritize sleep. There is this new study that was published that highlighted just how important regular sleep is for our health. Researchers found that irregular sleep patterns increase the risk of major cardiovascular events like heart attacks and strokes by 26%.
Mm.
If you're a mom, if you're a new mom, if you're a mom with toddlers, I feel like there's not even a chance. There's a definitive, like, you've had sleepless nights, more than you can probably count. And maybe it's because, like, they're crying, a sleep regression, et cetera, et cetera. The mental load, I know, like, keeps me up at night. And so I feel like we need to discuss better ways for moms to get more sleep because if you get more sleep, you reduce the risk of these events by 18%.
Wow, that's significant.
Yeah,
You can't turn your head at that. You've got to
no,
pay attention. Yeah.
no. So I wonder, is there a tip? Like, I feel like we don't want to like fear monger. We want to like offer solutions here.
Yeah.
What are you doing to get better sleep at night with a toddler and a baby?
I mean, this is so hard. And like, I know if I were listening to this, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah, like sure. It's not gonna
sure.
work. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to be honest, I'm still figuring that out. Like I just said earlier in this episode, we just got our first 12 hours, 6 months in with Collins. Dylan was a nightmare. I've talked about that before. Like sleep was so hard. But again, like so many of our guests have said, when we ask about getting your pink back and feeling like yourself again, that happens when almost unanimously women say that it starts to happen when their kids start sleeping through the night.
Yeah.
So this is so important. And I want to offer tips, but I also want you to post this clip on social media and ask women to share their tips because I'm not sure I
Yeah.
have any. You do. What is your tip? You said you had something in mind. What
Okay.
is
So we have implemented a new sleep routine
Okay, let's hear it.
because Emma is so hard. Like, I feel like you spared me with details about
Yeah,
Dylan.
it did.
And Emma is so hard. Kaya was an excellent sleeper. I feel
Mhm.
like we were not nearly as sleep deprived with Kaya as we are with Emma. But now what we're doing, so now we've sort of taught her like bedtime. We have like her song playing. We do the bath now, like basically every night. We then like put her PJs on and we put her like snooze swaddle on in a separate room. Like she knows like it's bedtime.
Yeah.
And she actually does the first stint of sleep in her crib.
Hmm.
And then Jason and I go and we get 1 hour of TV time. That's from 8 to 9. At 9 o'clock, Jason and I go to bed.
Yeah.
Then we set an alarm to do a dream feed. We do the dream feed. I get up and do the dream feed first, and it's like around midnight. So it kind of sucks because like you're getting a nap, you're not really sleeping, but
Hmm.
right there is like 2.5, 3 hours. I get up and I do that first feed, and then I transfer her over to the snoo in our room. And then she sleeps like a long chunk, like, and last night she slept until 4 a.m. And so Jason gets up and does that one. So it's like he's getting the first stretch of sleep from like 9 to like 3 or 4. And then I'm getting one from like 12 to 6.
That's great.
And it's like teamwork. And
Yeah.
it definitely sucks, but we both need at least 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Or we're like zombies and we're irritable and we're frustrated. And yeah, our health is at risk. And so kind of figuring out like, no, it's not fun to go to sleep at 9 p.m. Like we are not
Right.
9 p.m. asleep people. We like to watch our shows and have our time together, but we were like, we need sleep. Like Jason had pneumonia
Right.
because I
Mhm.
think it's like lack of sleep and just like everything. And we're like, we cannot go on like this. Like, we need to figure
Yeah.
out what to do. Like, we were waking up and, like, both being zombies trying to feed her. Like, it just was not working. So,
Yeah.
if you are able to, I would implement like a tag teaming schedule and then try to go to bed earlier.
Yeah, I think you're totally on to something with the go to bed earlier because it is hard. Like as you're giving everything you've got to your kid all day long. Your kid or your job, like a combo of the two or one or the other. It's like when they go to bed, there's that moment to exhale and be like, okay, now what do I need? And it
Yeah.
feels like that's your time to fill with the things that fill your cup. But I do think there's this delicate balance to like doing a little bit and then putting yourself to bed. And like
Yeah.
it may feel like this is when most people are eating dinner. Why am I going to sleep now? It is
You ha
so important.
it's
You have to
survival
do
mode.
it.
You have to do it. And like,
And
no,
it won't be like that forever is
yeah.
important to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
And
really good point. Yeah, going to
so
bed early.
I think
I
it's
should do
like
that.
discipline.
Hmm.
Discipline yourself, because they say like sleep when the baby sleeps and it's like, oh, okay, but it's like no.
Yeah, like your laundry can wait.
Your laundry can wait, your Yellowstone can wait.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just,
So true.
figure out when to get that sleep. So that is my tip. And also, I've said this before, but white noise machines. We have two of them. One of them is always charging, one of them is always going.
You
And
guys use you and Jason use one or the
oh,
babies?
both. We use one in our room.
Mm,
And the babies all use them. Like they have the hatch, but then we also have these little portable ones. Um, we have one like in the snoo, basically.
yeah.
So noise
Well,
machines.
yeah, that's interesting.
So that's my other little
Dang.
tip.